This is the Pride of West London Besotted podcast coming to you weirdly from Lincoln Fields in Philadelphia, where the game has just finished. Brentford 2, Fulham 3. It's a pre-season friendly, and our defending, I have to say, was quite shocking. Flecken made his debut for us. I think it's a debut in a friendly, and he let a couple of goals in the first minute, and then he got beaten at his near post. We came straight back into it. Brian and Bumo had the most amazing shot that come back off the post. Some people will say typical Brian hits the post, but the shot itself was stunning. And then it was repeat early part of the second half. They scored straight away, and then Christopher Ayer got a goal. It was a game of a fair amount of chances, to be honest, and I'd say that Brentford deserved to get something out of this. I don't think we deserve to lose it. Fulham scored a couple of really good goals, and it was just a bit of a rusty performance. Loads and loads of changes, but it was a really incredible experience. You know, we had a laugh, sat out in the sunshine. There was quite a lot of neutral fans around us. I think a lot of people enjoyed that.
Mate, it's been an incredible day. Like from the start, when we got into Philadelphia, we bumped into the Bees team having a walk on the rocky steps, which was amazing. And mate, it's been like a festival of football today, which I really, really enjoyed. Completely fish out of water in that I never thought I'd be in a stadium like this. It feels like USA '94, and like it's a big open air stadium, sun beating down, and like loads of Americans genuinely curious about Premier League football and Brentford. I never thought we'd see the day. So it's such a great experience, man. Who cares about the result? It really doesn't matter today. It's a friendly experience.
And all the way around us today, we sat in and around some American fans who have seen Brentford for the first time today. You sat with the Brentford fans, like we go home and away back in the UK. We thought we'd come across stateside to experience what it's like over here. How have you found sitting with us watching Brentford? How have you enjoyed yourself?
Oh, we're Brentford fans. We are. Good atmosphere, good energy. Let's do it.
So, I mean, you joined in with some of the singing. You know, some of it was a bit spicy. What did you enjoy?
The energy was unbelievable. Yeah, you don't get that in MLS around here. You don't. What? The Pito chant, you guys had me on the Pito.
Oh yeah, that was quite a diversive one. But it's a double header today. So now you're going to get Aston Villa and Newcastle coming. The ground's filling up. I mean, there's more fans in here now than there were at the beginning of the game. That's the way it is. But Brentford fans turned up in good numbers. We made a lot of noise.
Absolutely, Brentford. You guys had a great reputation, and you turned a fan who didn't know anything about Premier League into a Brentford fan. So
you're now a B.
You absolutely get. You can bet it. On Sunday mornings, I'm watching Brentford, no doubt.
See, this is what happens. You stand around us, and you hear that. Can I ask you a couple of questions, please? What did you make of the game? What did you make of the game today?
It was okay. I mean, obviously not the best.
Not the best result, but we had a lot of chances, yeah? Brian and Bumo's shot that came off the post. Did you think that was in?
Yeah, I thought that was in.
Yes, but you're still, what made you become a Brentford fan?
Well, I just really like the team chemistry, and I really like the players and the coach.
And how old are you?
I'm 12.
So you're 12 years old, you've not been to the UK before, you've not been to England, and you've not been to Brentford, obviously, but you're wearing your Brentford badge there with pride, and you're a proper bee, are you?
Yeah.
Come on, you bees.
What?
Come on, you bees.
Come on, you bees.
Come on, you bees.
Oh, yeah.
So we've just watched Brentford lose narrowly to Fulham. It was a game where not a lot at stake, really, but, local bragging rights. We always want to beat Fulham. We hate Fulham. They don't like us very much. We had a lot of chances today. I thought Brentford played good.
They did. I mean, this is an amazing team. This is actually my first time watching a Premier League match in person. So, the team, great. Flecken, some goals got past him, but they were hard to stop. So, I think he's going to be a good guy. Raya came in. It was a good performance all around. Great support. More importantly, though, all the people who came over from London, teaching me all these chants.
So that's part of the experience, yeah. You know, so we're here to kind of like share the vibe a bit. I mean, obviously, at games back in the UK, the magnitude's higher. You know, there's only a few of us singing, and we try to spread it, and it spread well. You know what I mean? A lot of people joined in, but was it good for you to hear some real authentic singing?
It's weird because, like, in the US, we got sports, right? And people will kind of not scattered and say some things, but to actually have it in unison, having the chance, the community, like, it was an amazing experience. I can't wait to get over there to G-Tech in January and experience all this in person. It's going to be amazing. And all the people I met who came over, such a great experience, such a great group. All of you guys have been amazing. So from NYC over back to London, thanks for coming out.
Right, so coming out the stadium is the Ethan Pinnock crew. They're like the family of Ethan Pinnock. There's a gaggle of Pinnocks with here. So you're Ethan Pinnock's first cousin. What is it? How proud are you to see Ethan in the States?
Oh, I am absolutely out of my mind right now. To see him here and not have to travel all the way over to Brentford is wonderful.
What's wrong with Brentford?
No, Brentford is great. Brentford is great, but I live here in the States. I'm an Eagles fan, so it's amazing to be able to see him and have the fans here see him as well. Ethan epitomizes everything of what it means to be a hard worker, blue-collar player who comes up from, non-league play, and it's just amazing.
So tell me what it is. What a couple of years for Ethan Pinnock, yeah? As you said, he's worked his way up through the divisions.
Correct.
Now he's playing at the very best level in the Premier League, and he's representing Jamaica.
Absolutely, yes.
What is that like for your family?
That is just absolutely amazing. We have tons and tons of family here in the stadium right now supporting him.
Yeah.
He has a huge.
We'll be in DC and we will be in Atlanta.
He has.
We're going to Atlanta. We're going to DC. Let's meet up. Let's meet up down there and let's have a beer, and we can all toast Ethan Pinnock.
We're having a family bar. No, I shouldn't tell the address, but we're going to have a private family bar.
Hey, let's get the number. We'll get your number. We're going to crew. Well done. So grabbing some more Brentford fans, some stateside Brentford fans as they leave Lincoln Field. So what did you make of the game? What did you make of the atmosphere? What did you make of the Brentford fans that have travelled over? What did you make of the songs?
It was good. It was my first time ever watching a Brentford game with other Brentford fans. I'm normally watching it at home by myself on my tablet or on my phone. But it was good hearing the songs, just getting more of an environment of actually being at the game. It was great. Absolutely loved it. Can't wait for the time I can actually go over to London to watch a game at home.
So what's incredible for us, like we come here and we see American fans wearing their Brentford shirts with as much pride as we wear them, you know what I mean? So it's important to see our little club grow. You got some nephew with his Go Bees banner.
He was a mascot.
He's
able to walk down with the fans.
So why did you choose Brentford?
So I have a story. In 21, I went to Cancun with a friend of mine for his bachelor party. And one of his friends was from London, and we were chilling at the pool, and he looked at his clock. He said, "Oh, wow, I need to go watch a game." I was like, "I need to watch a promotional game." I knew a little bit about Premier League soccer then, and I knew what that was. And I was 3 sheets to the wind, as they'll say here. And I said, if they win and get promoted, I'm a fan for life. At the end of that game, I tried to buy a jersey. They were sold out. Waited till this kit came out. I bought the kit, and I've been a fan ever since.
So, it's just incredible to share today. Are you going to watch the second game, or you had enough? You're going to go now?
I'm going to watch a few minutes of the second game, and then I'm going to head home.
Absolutely no interest in Aston Villa and Newcastle?
I have a little bit, but I have to work tomorrow.
So, again, another couple of American big Brentford fans. They've come over to me, want a picture. They love Blissett. They obviously listen to the podcast from the other side of the Atlantic, but we've actually come to their backyard. Brentford are playing in their city. What does that mean to you? What have you thought of today? What have you thought of being sat amongst Brentford fans?
I mean, it's crazy because, like, you're not really expecting it, like, because Brentford's such a small club. Like, I remember them being in the championship and being like, all right, we might eventually make it to the Prem, but kind of getting into, like, especially in the U.S., like, everyone always expects top six, but being Brentford and having a very big amount of Brentford fans here, it's crazy. Like, you're not really expecting to see this many fans here, but everyone's shown up. Like, it's great to see.
And there really were a lot of Brentford supporters here today. I mean, like, not only like locals. There were a lot of travelling people from the UK. You know, it was hard because the club, they weren't selling the tickets for this, so we had no real feel of. There was no announcement on how many people were going to be here. So I'm really pleasantly surprised. You know, a lot of people are going to go now. Whether we watch the second game or not, I don't think we are. You know, we're going to have a few drinks. But you know, what made you become a Brentford fan, and what have you thought of today?
My best friend Tom here is one who got me into Brentford because of all the analytics. But when they announced the tickets for the American tour for all the Premier League teams, and the tickets came out 10 o'clock, we were buying tickets down here, like 7 rows up. It was great.
We
awesome.
actually switched my bachelor party.
All right.
Yeah, because we were supposed to go up to Portland, but Brentford came, and we're like, no, we're going to be closer.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, football over marriage every day of the week. You know, your team will always be there. You know, marriages never last. Well, with all due respect, no, I'm only joking. No, hopefully it works, and it's a brilliant one for you. But you know, it's a you know, Philadelphia is an incredible city. What are we expecting tonight? What's going to happen tonight?
All right, so you got to go to Dirty Frank's. That's like the #1 dive bar. They taught my dog tricks, so you got to go to that one. Oscar's has a secret food menu. You can get a cheesesteak and a half, $5. It's like a 16-inch cheesesteak.
And what kind of meat is that?
You never had a cheesesteak before?
Yeah, no, for $5. What is it, a dog or something?
So the thing with the cheesesteak, it's all about the hoagie roll, and you have to have like the water from Philly. But basically what it is, it's just a sirloin steak cut up, just put on a hoagie roll. You get your cheese of choice, so you can do American cheese. But
we love cheese. Brentford fans who adore cheese.
So you got to get the whiz, cheese with whiz, extra whiz on it. Don't go to Pachinginos. It's kind of a tourist trap, so you got to go to like the close spots around.
So we're going to have some cheesy steaks tonight and some beers. And we're going to go and speak to a couple more Bees fans before I head out into the city. So we've just watched Brentford lose to Fulham. It's not the end of the world results-wise. The performance was pretty good, I thought. I thought we played some good football. I thought we made a lot of opportunities. Brian Mbumo's shot that came off the post was probably the highlight of the chances that we missed. We scored a couple of goals, but they always seemed to go ahead, and we were always chasing the game. What did you make of it all?
I think, well, you summed it up pretty well, I've got to say. It's always going to be fairly disjointed in a way. It's pre-season, you're not going to expect free-flowing football throughout the game, are you? Disappointing to lose, but as you said, we create the opportunities. Hopefully you'll create as many opportunities in the league match, take them, and there you go. It's disappointing, but yeah, I mean, you're not going to lose sleep over it.
No, we're not going to lose sleep over it. It was a fairly even game. I guess it was like as a spectacle. This is an exhibition of Premier League football, really, isn't it? For a different audience, and the audience that we sat amongst. There was a lot of people like us that had travelled over from London. I thoroughly enjoyed the banter. They seem to really thoroughly enjoy listening to our silly accents and our silly songs, and they joined in, and it was kind of like part of the kind of just the education, really. They sat and listened, and then they joined in, and it was good, you know. Some of the Brentford purists, they'll kind of go, this isn't what Brentford's about. But you know, if we're in the Premier League and we're doing well, we get opportunities like this. You got to embrace it. You have to come here, and you have to come here and play your brand of football. And I thought we were good. I thought as a fan base, I thought a lot of people have travelled here.
Yeah, it's excellent support. It's very good in the pub last night as well, a packed out pub. So it's good to see so many shirts. Quite a few Americans in Brentford shirts, so they're getting to know us. I think a few of them certainly got to know us today. There's a bit of a sit-down beef going on for a few, but
it seems like that they actually, most of them, they actually get the Brentfordness of it.
They
They like we're the underdogs. They like that we're not the aristocrats, as it were. They like some of them like the stats. Some of them like we beat Arsenal in the first game. Some of them like they found this new band and it's theirs. You know, like a bit like us back in the day. I guess we all like the fact that no one really supported us. It was our little secret, wasn't it? But now we're coming here, and you know we're really holding our own.
Oh, absolutely. All this kind of stuff really goes with the territory. We've been growing as a club for quite some time. This is part of the growth. You know, the profile of the club. You know, there's a big international following now, and this is just enhanced it in America, to be fair. And you talk about the underdog stuff. We've been, the Moneyball stuff goes around in Brentford. Well, that came from Oakland, and people loved that story when Oakland did so well. So,
happy days,
a lot of people do like that. So, we lost. Who cares?
So we're outside the game. It's been an exciting spectacle. You two are posing for lots of pictures of new fans. Just wanted to work out two Brentford legends. Gary Blissett scored the goal that sent us up at Peterborough, and will always be remembered for that stooping header off the bar. For me, that's one of the greatest moments. But today, we've seen Brentford, a different Brentford. We've come to a huge stadium like this, and we've held our own with a new audience. American fans loving us. Marcus, what does it mean to be here?
They've made us feel like we're at home. We was at a bar or a pub last night, and it felt like we was at home, like we was in the Griffin or one of the pubs around the corner. It felt special. There's the emergence of the new USA fans here, along with our UK fans that have travelled so far, which is brilliant. And to have everyone in the same space at the same time is really good. And look, we're trying to spread the word of Brentford out here. It's been a great day. We're not looking at the results, even though we would like to beat the guys down the road. But it weren't to be. But we gave a good account of ourselves. Brand new kit, third kit. So we're building blocks of success out here, which is great.
Absolutely. Like we had to, the highlight of our time when you were there was the Anglo-Italian Cup, and now we're out in Philly, Atlanta, DC, like with Brentford. Looking back and seeing where we are now, I mean, what a journey.
Oh, listen, it's been unbelievable, and I've followed Brentford since I left there, and we're talking like 1993. I left Wimbledon in '96. And the first result I look for is Brentford. My girls were born there in Brentford. So this success they've had in these last 2 years has been through hard work, a lot of hard work, a lot of communication, staying humble and caring about the fans. And when you see what we're seeing now, with these Brentford shirts around this place, I've lived here for 10 years. And I've seen the growth of football, and I've seen the growth of the Bees fans. It's amazing.
It's lots of families that want to come through and have their pictures taken with you too. Enjoy the rest of the journey. We'll meet you down in Atlanta. We'll have a beer, and you keep repping Brentford, mate. You keep repping Brentford. Cheers. Yeah, that was Marcus Gayle and Gary Blissett. As I explained, just two players from an era where we were a decent team. We really were. Came out the back of the Perriman era. Phil Holder took us up. Those two with Blissett, Cadet, and Marcus Gayle on the wing. He was an exciting player. But this Brentford team now, we're in a different stratosphere. And looking over my shoulder now, the Lincoln Field, all the history that's happened here with the Philadelphia Eagles, and we've come here and been a part of filling this stadium, and it is incredible. And I do say it's not for everyone. Pre-season tours like this, will I come again? Maybe not. We'll have to see how it goes. But I'm glad I was certainly here for this one. I think each of the stadiums and each of the cities are going to be a bit of a different experience. I'm just going to grab a few more Brentford fans and just see what they thought of all of this. So, coming out the stadium, what did you make of the atmosphere? What did you make of the match? What did you make of the mixture between British Brentford fans and American Brentford fans?
Oh, very good question. Okay, so we accidentally sat in the Fulham end. So we were surrounded by Fulham, I'm not going to swear, but they were actually lovely and it was funny. And we were having back and forths. So at one point they started singing you're just a bus stop in Hounslow. And then I was like, what? Hang on, are they Brentford fans? And then I realised they were saying, you're just. And then I stood up and I was like, we're just a bus stop in Hounslow.
They realise that we don't think that's derisory anymore. That's just
Yeah. But also, then that was after we scored the equaliser, like 2-2. Then I was like, we're just a bus stop in Hounslow. And they were like, fair. And they actually clapped.
So, like,
it was a nice atmosphere.
So explain, because you're a bit of a hybrid, aren't you? Because you are a London Brentford fan, but you actually live in the States. Whereabouts in the States do you live? And what's your journey today?
I live in New Haven in Connecticut, which is about 2 hours north of New York. So I came down from New Haven. It's like 4 hours on the train to Philly.
And it sounds a really nice part of the world where you live.
Yeah, New Haven's all right. Yeah.
The other New Haven's quite nice as well, isn't it? Down in Sussex.
Is there another New Haven?
Yeah, near
it's
Brighton.
So everywhere in America is basically based on somewhere in England.
And,
in New England.
But what's it like following Brentford from this side of the pond? I mean, is it easy for you? It's obviously the club has grown in stature. It must make you feel very proud.
It does. So I started a Brentford fan club in New Haven where I live, and it's basically my friends Jess and Ricky and all of my other friends. But Jess and Ricky are the hardcore ones, and they're the ones with me today. Then there's the New York City ones, and they're great.
Was that the Red Lion crew?
Yeah. So I've been there twice. Hey, it's Charlie!
It's part of the Red Lion crew. Here he is. It's Charlie. I'm going to go grab him in a minute because there's another proud moment because we're playing on your doorstep. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I love. Sorry.
It's all right.
Sorry. You can edit that out. I love Brentford, and I've been going there since I was 5 with my dad and my brother, Chris and Robert Holmes, Holmesies. And I also used to play for Brentford.
What, the ladies?
Yeah, when I was 12 years old.
Really?
And then, massive boo to this, I then played for QPR.
We won't mention that. Boo, boo. You've undone all that good work. Let's go and grab Charlie. Charlie, New York, Brentford, part of Red Lion Massive. What's it meant to you to see Brentford come here with all the UK, all the London Brentford fans coming over, sharing the day with you? I know you see a lot of them, the people that come into New York, and you share the experience with them. Sure. But today's on a different magnitude, yeah.
Yeah, no, it was great. Obviously, I was looking forward to this, and it's good to see them in person for the first time. And I mean, it was nice to just kind of see the movement and things that you can't get that from a television. So, first half especially, since a lot of the starters were in there, it was good to see their movement. Pinnock looked good. Henry, the mainstays look pretty good. Flecken, we'll see. It was a little bit nervy for him, but I mean, it's nice to finally see them. Eventually, I'll make it to London this season. I didn't make it this past season, but it's really special to be able to see that.
Tell us about how it's growing, because it's literally, this is our third season in the Prem. We've had 2, so it was only we had 2 years. But the catalyst really was probably beating Arsenal that first game in the Prem. That seems to be like everyone's going, hold on a minute, what the fuck's going on here? Who's this Brentford lot? And but you talk to me about how it's growing. What is it about Brentford? What is it that makes us kind of like an irresistible underdog to follow?
Well, I mean, you just said it right there. I mean, the underdog mentality is something that Americans love. I mean, as an American, I'm a Chicago Cubs fan, and for years they never won a World Series. So I'm kind of the epitome of rooting for the underdog. Brentford, I mean, I'm fortunate that compared to some fans, I actually saw them in the lower division, and so I've kind of followed them for the last decade or so. So to be personally, it means a lot more to me because I've seen them go up the ranks and everything, and I can kind of that resonates too whenever I tell my backstory. Granted, I'm a smaller fan in comparison to a lot of other people, but I think a lot of people like that story and don't want to follow the big teams that are just paying their way up. We're a very intelligent organization, and I think they really stick to their guns when it comes to the way they play, how they go about signings. it's a lot. I mean, it's great to support a team that's very smart about things, you know. So I love all those elements when it comes to it.
So I've got another Brentford fan that's travelled over for the match. You weren't really delighted with what you saw.
Yeah, no. To be honest, I'm in Philadelphia. I'm watching the Bees. This is nothing I would have expected when, I was watching us in League One, League Two. But we've come out trying to make the most of it. But yeah, it was a really flat, disappointing performance, to be honest. Actually, I'm struggling to summarise where we went wrong. I can't quite put my finger on it, but yeah, my takeaway is it was a disappointing performance. And whilst I try not to read too much into friendly games pre-season, there weren't any positives in that game. I thought Baptiste had a little bit of a dig, in the last 10 minutes. Really hope for him to kick on, but in general, I mean, it's too early to judge Flecken and goal. I thought David Raya's save from Willian was amazing in the second half, and it just proves that ultimately he is the best keeper at the club. And it poses a massive question to Thomas Frank, what are we going to do if we don't sell Raya, because he is the best keeper without a shadow of a doubt. But to go back to your question, yeah, flat performance, bit disappointed, but the Brentford are in Philadelphia, and this is an occasion in itself.
Yeah, no, it is an occasion itself. I hear what you say. I just know that from a coach's point of view, they won't see anything other than this is fitness. It's a better standard than we've played so far. I thought we actually had a lot of possession. I thought we looked dangerous. I think there were other opportunities. I think Brian and Bumo hitting the post with that incredible shot. I thought that was in. You're right. David Raya did pull off an absolute worldie save. Thought Flecken looks a bit average. But there's a lot of kind of progression that needs to happen there. But you're right. There are a massive question mark over what they do in goal, because David Raya is the best goalkeeper we have on our books, and I think we all need him to move on quickly. But while he's with us, then do we play him? We'll see what happens in that Tottenham match. So are you going down to Atlanta, or is that the end of the road?
Yeah, I'll be in Atlanta. Quick pit stop via Chicago to meet up with an old friend that I studied with. Flying Philadelphia, Chicago for a night, and on to Atlanta. Really looking forward to it. And whilst I'm a little bit disappointed about today, I go into Atlanta full of optimism, looking forward to meeting all of the Brentford fans that are going to be meeting us up there. And who knows? Let's just hope for a better performance, to be frank.
Brilliant. Top man. See you later.
I love the way I genuinely do listen to it. It's great. You've got a real now for... It's like what you were saying, I was just nodding along, you hit it on the head, there's some real question marks in the squad at the moment. I'm a bit more uneasy this summer than I was last summer. I was the Tony losses. Anyway, I'm not on the podcast, but yeah.
Alright mate, see you again later. Yeah, we're getting the train tonight.
Fucking hell, what a lava over I was there, everyone was battered. The whole room was jovial. He's embellished his position a little bit. That's it.
He just talks about himself too much.
He does. He's a fucking
yeah.
I feel a bit sorry for him, because I think he's been targeted by people who weren't there, but anyway.
I didn't enjoy it. Alright, I'll see you down at Atlanta.